Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do another manga overview. This is called Yomotsuhegui. I believe that's how you say it. Tree of Death Vol.1. Art and story by Masasumi Kakizaki. And this tells the story of our protagonist called Nawa Kanetsugu. It's by the way from Seven Seas Entertainment. I read a couple of from Seven Seas Entertainment. Was not really blown away. It's not that the quality isn't there. It's just mostly their stories are not really appealing to me. So this is the first one that I think, okay, there is something here. But if it's actually good, well, we're going to find out. So our hero, well, if you can call it that, Nawa, he's in prison. He has nightmares. And the reason that he is in prison because he killed people and he is now 8 years in prison. So at one time he gets on parole and he is being picked up by his sister. And the sister, doesn't know what to do with him. And he said, hey, you cannot come to my house because I'm married in those 8 years. And my husband is very afraid of you. So she gives him the key to his house where the murder, because that's what's happening. He lost his wife and kid because two guys murdered her. And then we see actually what happened. We see a recap here, but also that Nawa basically killed the murderers. And that's the reason why he was in prison, right? Like an act in revenge. I mean, what would you do in that kind of situation, right? It's difficult. But it seems that one of the killers has not died. And Nawa knows that and he wants to, act, he wants to have revenge. He wants to keep going until that guy is dead, although he knows it's not going to be a good idea. Also, we're getting introduced to Ren. Ren is, I'm going to tell you later. So he's tracking this guy down and he is revealing himself saying, hey, remember me from 8 years ago? Now you're going to get yours. And so, yeah, he's really hacking into him. Also, a little bit of a backstory of more like a memory about his loving family, that his daughter's really looking up to him, sees him as a hero, right? And they really love him while he's butchering another guy. So then Ren comes in and it's been revealed that the killer is immortal. How? Well, it seems that there is a fruit involved. The fruit of Yomotsuhegui that grants people immortality. And that brings up, brings up a lot of problems. So this guy is now basically bragging that he cannot die. And he stabs him in the back, by the way. But then Ren reveals that Nawa isn't dead also. He's been changing. How is that possible? Well, it seems that he also has the fruit of the Yomotsuhegui inside of him. How? Do not know yet. So there's a clash between them, right? And I forgot to mention that there is nudity in here and lots of blood and gore. So beware if you are sensitive, about that. So these guys are going at each other, and neither of them can die, or can they? Well, it seems that they can die. Oh, but how can it be? Because they are immortal. Well, it seems. Sorry, I'm saying that word a lot. The fruit that they ate has left a seed in the body of the victim, if you can call him that. And Nawa has the power, and he's the only one that has, as far as I know, that can remove that seed. Therefore, killing, presumably, the host, which is not really the case. We're going to find out. So a little bit of a spoiler here. It seems that the killer I need to stop saying the word, it seems. I'm sorry. So before I go into that, so Ren is the typical carefree, talking a lot, somewhat likes to eat food in people's places, and then we have this whatever this is doing the talking for her. She's a girl, by the way, and she explains it that she wants to use him as his right hand, joining her in her crusade to kill other undying, because that's what they are, right? Because they cannot die. But he says, I decline because I am no hero. Now, what is Ren? Ren has been revealed as a death god, what's the word? Actually, sorry. I don't know. There's a Shinigami, that's how you say it, right? Like a Grim Reaper, and she's killing the seeds, or because people are dead or undying, immortal, and she wants to bring balance to the worlds by killing everyone that has the seed inside him. So I wonder then, since Nawa has also the seed, what does that mean for him? That's a little bit not really clear, because he wants to, partner up with him. Maybe. Skipping a couple of pages, seen that the killer, who has, the seed is removed, is not actually dead. And he's been meeting up with a guy called Rue, I believe that's how you say it. And Rue is, the king of the... The king of the undying, I guess, right? And he says, hey, you need to finish your job, right? We have rewards for you. But he says, I want to be immortal again. Give me the fruit. It's not going to happen now. So what's going to happen is that, like I said, Nawa doesn't want to do with anything. He wants to get out, but he's still looking for the killer, right? Because he knows he's alive. He also has the ability to hear other people's voices that has been infected by this parasite. Again, we have seen manga, anime with parasites before. So what makes this different? Well, not much. I've watched Parasite. I didn't read the manga Parasite, but I've watched the anime. It was pretty fun. So is this similar? Well, yes and no. I mean, there's a parasite grants the host powers for good or for evil. And from there's something happening, right? Here's this a little bit more black. It's not as black and white as it seems. So what's happened here is that Nawa is hearing those voices, and he's looking in this, house, what's going on, and he sees the photo of the killer is here. Now, I cannot show you too much because nudity and all that stuff. Let's say he finds the girl chained, and I have to be careful. And he's been getting, yeah, okay. So he's been lured into a trap by the killer, and then I'm skipping a couple of few pages because the killer is doing some disgusting stuff to this girl that I'm not going to show. And it seems that he has kidnapped her 7 years ago, and he's doing unspeakable things to her 7 years long. Why? Because he's immortal and he wants to have fun while being immortal. Not only that, he is... Oh my God, I'm showing way too much. The girl has been infected also. He gave her the fruit so he can do this over and over and over again. Now, I'm not going to show you a little bit too much after this because I think you should read this for yourself if you are interested. And although Nawa is immortal, he can be hurt. And if he's being regenerating over and over and over again, the thing inside him is going to at some point take over his body and even his mind. The parasite has also the ability to speak inside of the head of Nawa basically wants to take him over. Nawa is saying no because he remembered that he was once upon a time a human with a family, and he said that he believes in the family values, right? So he breaks this parasite chain that the parasite wants to take him over, and he acts as revenge on this guy. Now, there is some tragic stuff at the end that I'm not going to reveal. Let me see if I can skip this without revealing anything. And we have also the origin of the fruit. And because Ryu, sorry, all these Japanese names. Roi, I'm not sure, is explaining to him that Ren is not all what she seems, and that there is more to her than he's been told by her. And basically, these guys are living more than 4,000 years. So they know each other, they fight each other, and basically it's unclear who is the good guy and who is the bad guy. And that's what all I want about. This is all about. That's all I want to say about the story. But there's a concern here for me. I mean, the art is great. The whole body gore and is fantastic. I like Ren's motivation. You know, he's driven by loss and hatred because of the killers. But he has also some nice, some family values in him. The main concern is, for me, there is a sentence in here that makes me think that Nawa here is not going to survive. And you heard it in before, in manga, in anime, or in movies, that when a character says, hey, if I'm not here anymore, you should do this and this and that. Which makes me think, because that's exactly what's in here, by the way, what makes me think, okay, so this character is not going to survive. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to read that. I don't want to know that this character is going to be eventually dying because of what's happened in the future. I think that should be a surprise. So that's a concern. I'm not sure. That's going to happen. This is only the first volume. So what I'm going to do, I'm reading mostly 2 or 3 volumes to see if the story is going anywhere, if I like it. If not, I'm going to leave it. And if I like it, I'm going to continue reading it. So again, this is more like an overview for what this is all about. Again, the art is great. I mean, look at this. It looks fantastic. And it has some interesting premise here. And like I said, the blur between the good guys and the bad guys is, well, just a blur. So we have to find out in the next installment if Ren is actually a good person or not. And I don't know. I want to show. I also want to know what her role is here. Is she a mentor role, or just like a Grim Reaper killing everything in her sight? Well, we're gonna find out. Well, I'm gonna find out, because I'm not doing overviews from volume 2 or volume 3. It's just more like showcasing. Hey guys, this is what this is. It's up to you if you are interested in or not. So it's out now. You can pick it up at your local comic book store or order it online. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. Hope you like it. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.